Here's Lavine behind the three-point line.
Oh, my goodness.
11 threes the second. Here's Lavine behind the three-point line.
Oh, my goodness.
11 threes.
We've got to wait another 4 years, and this feeling sucks, and it's going to hurt. Yeah. So, I mean, we were so close. I mean, we had so many chances. And, I just think when you have the guys on this team that we do, you believe you have the ability to go all the way, and we believe that with this group, and we put ourselves in a great position to win that game, and we come up short like that in overtime. So it's heartbreaking, and it kills me that I have to wait 4 more years for another chance at this. But man, I'm so proud of this group. I love this team, and our coaches, our fans deserves a lot better than this.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bulls Nation Station back at it again with another one. Hopefully you guys are feeling pretty good today, as I'm feeling pretty good myself. And I just wanted to talk about some of the news that's been going on with the Chicago Bulls. And one of the main things that they've been talking about is how the Warriors have zero interest in trying to get Zach Lavine or Brandon Ingram. And I could go on about Brandon Ingram, but of course Zach Lavine is our player, so I want to dive into a little bit of that. But before I do, definitely like this video. If you're a true Bulls fan, definitely subscribe to my page, as I'll be talking about a lot of Bulls stuff throughout the summer. So yeah, with Zach Lavine, I mean, it's clear, it's been reports going around, and these reports are true. There's really no real market for Zach Lavine right now. And it's crazy because a couple years ago, Zach Lavine was touted as a high scoring player and 2-time All-Star. He's done a lot of things, and Zach Lavine is training hard. He's training hard. And so why are the Warriors not interested in Zach Lavine? They tried to go out to Lauri Markkanen, and he just signed for a huge extension with the Utah Jazz. But now, in regards to Zach Lavine, he could have been that perfect fit to go along with Steph Curry. I feel like Zach Lavine honestly would be a better fit than Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield, while yeah, he's a pretty good three-point shooter, Zach Lavine is a more all-around dynamic scorer, dynamic player, and things like that. And so I feel like the Warriors took a few things into considerations. One is his contract. His contract is a lot bigger than Buddy Hield's, and they had to balance his contract along with Zach's production and him willing to play, as far as injuries. And I feel like, Zach Lavine unfairly is looked at as an injury-riddled player. Zach Lavine is not Anthony Davis. Zach Lavine is not, Derrick Rose back when he was injured for them couple years. He's not Kawhi Leonard. Zach Lavine actually was a guy who tried to fight through his injuries for the betterment of the team. And I feel like a lot of the league forgot that. And so in regards to the Warriors, I feel like they're just not trying to take that big of a risk as far as, Zach Lavine. And so Zach Lavine, he's going to come back to the Bulls, and it's up to him to prove that, A, he could be that player he was as far as scoring. B, he could be a dynamic team player, playing within a system, playing for others outside of playing for himself. And I feel like he kind of did a little bit of that when he came back from his injury, this past season. He just didn't have a lot of time to show too much because he got injured again and opted out to have surgery. But yeah, Zach Lavine is going to have to show a lot of these things. And, and I feel like he can. I feel like if he have a couple of strong months, playing for the Chicago Bulls, and the Bulls actually do well and compete in a lot of these games, he could get traded, pretty quick. And I feel like that's going to be the objective for not only him, but for the Chicago Bulls. Billy Donovan, he went and met up with Zach Lavine this summer to discuss some things, so they're cordial on that end. But yeah, I feel like Zach Lavine's going to come in. He's going to start more than likely at the 3, and he's going to, do what he can to compete and up his value, while also not trying to take away from the rest of the team. And I feel like that's why Billy Donovan has his hands full, because it's a lot of different objectives and a lot of different missions that's going on with the Chicago Bulls that you got to kind of like put together and run at the same time. You have to put the course of, showing Lavine's value along with the course of improving the young players, making them better. Pat has to have a way better year. Josh Giddey has to show his worth. Kobe has to be better. You know, a lot of things. You have a course of Lonzo coming back, seeing what he can do. It's a lot of different crash courses with the Chicago Bulls, to where Billy Donovan is going to have his hands full, and it's going to be very interesting to see, and I'm down to look at it. So how do you guys feel about Zach Lavine? You know, do you guys feel like he could eventually prove his worth for the Golden State Warriors, because they're not a top tier team right now, so they definitely need the talent? And maybe Zach Lavine could show something, you know, his worth for other teams like the LA Lakers. You never know. And so we'll have to see about that. Another thing, you know, that's been going around is how well Josh Giddey played in the FIBA tournament. You know, they lost their last game to Serbia, got put out, but Giddey had a pretty good game. He had 25 points, had a nice amount of assists, nice amount of rebounds, and he shot well from the three overall. And while, you know, the three-point line isn't as far as the NBA three-point line, you know, Giddey is showing, you know, that he's willing to shoot and that he could take the shot. And honestly, you know, a lot of people talk about Josh Giddey shooting, but the games he played against us, I thought he shot the three ball really well. And so, you know, maybe overall he just has to get better. He's going to be with our shooting coach, Peter Patton. But yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do. Can he make Patrick Williams a better player? Can he make Ayo a better player? You know, can he feed Vooch where he likes it? You know, it's going to be interesting to see. It's definitely going to be interesting to see. We need to play at a faster pace, and I feel like with DeMar DeRozan being gone, we will be able to do that. And so, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to Josh Giddey. And a lot of people say that he could be one of the breakout young stars, you know, for this upcoming season. You know, he's only 21 still, and he has a lot of room for growth. And so, you know, the Bulls gave up a lot for Josh Giddey. They gave up Alex Cruz, so we didn't get no picks, but that's a huge piece that we gave up. And so, yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing what Josh Giddey can provide for the Chicago Bulls. How do you guys feel about Josh Giddey? Do you guys think he'll have a really good season? But yeah, that's all I got for this video. Hopefully you guys, you know, continue to follow my page, and I'm going to holler at you guys later. I'm out.